Hey everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Monday, September 12th, 2016. I'm Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link down below because the signs are different. Alright, so today we are in the Gibbous phase of the lunar cycle, which means that the sun and moon are in harmony. And this is all considering that's been a very transformational month in September. We've had the whole lunar cycle being a solar eclipse cycle, and we're going to be approaching a lunar eclipse here on Thursday. So with the Gibbous phase, though, it's supportive where the self-expression is in harmony with the emotional body, which is the moon and our daily concerns. The moon's also in Sagittarius, giving us perhaps a bit of top-down perspective, big picture perspective right now, which can be very helpful considering the fact that it has been a very challenging cycle, a solar eclipse cycle. And today's certainly no exception with that. We've got Mercury, a retrograde, going over the sun here today, which in and of itself is somewhat neutral, but is going to be squaring up to Mars. And of course, then the sun will be squaring up to Mars as well. So what this essentially means is that today I think it's a great day to consider to learn, see what we can learn right now at the moment, and being open-minded to learning, because this is the best way of working with Mercury retrograde. Right now it's a time that's supposed to be where we're reconsidering things. Things aren't solid. They're not totally tangible just yet. We're supposed to be sort of up in the air, thinking about things, writing things down, setting intentions, trying a little bit of this, a little bit of that, flexibility. But what really helps with Mercury is a willingness to learn. Because, we could be, for example, going through something very challenging in life, but what happens once we see that no matter what happens through any experience, through any mistake or any challenging thing, we can learn. And that's a positive coming out of a negative. And I think that's a great way of working with it. Not that the energy is necessarily negative, but they are challenging collectively. And so I think individually, a great way of working with today is certainly an openness to learn. Now, particularly to learn about our self-expression, which has been this Leo energy. Mercury shifting into Leo now. So, and especially over the sun too. What is it that we enjoy? What is this inner flame? How can we connect to that? How can we honor who we are and share who we are with others? Express ourselves. And the medium might be through work. The medium might be through literally self-expression verbally. The medium might be through reading or writing, or whatever it might be, creative things, entertainment. This is all Leo type of energy. And with Mercury involved, there's a lot to learn about this. So, and this is the North Node too. This is what this whole cycle is about. It's about cultivating this self-expression. So with that being said, the square up to Mars is suggesting that our personal needs might have a bit of clash here collectively today. So I think it's important to be aware of the self, be aware of the ego, be aware of these drives, these personal needs of ours, this fire to assert ourselves, to go after what we want. And with the awareness, it balances that out. It keeps everything on an even keel. And especially with whatever it is we might be focused on or expressing, because when Mercury's conjoined the sun like this, there might be a lot of passion. There might be a lot of, energy behind what we're saying or what we're doing, or the daily routine. So it's important to bring the extra attention, sort of take a space with Mars, because Mars can be very energetic, right? There can be a lot of this drive, forward-moving energy, which can be utilized constructively, but we do want to take a break. We take a breath, create some space so that we can have that awareness, which can balance out these energies. All right, so that's going to have particularly to do with what we say, our communication. It'll be very important, I think, today collectively to have extra attention on the correspondence, communication, and as well as anything we might be focused on or expressing, which is the sun squaring up to Mars as well. All right, so then within that context, it is a great day to challenge ourselves to see how we can pursue our personal needs. And for some of us, it might be an over extreme of personal needs, so we can work with that constructively, balance that out, and in that way, perhaps get quite a bit done. For those of us that might be on the under extreme of this, maybe there are some actions we can will ourselves to take here today maybe some things we can do that might be uncomfortable because it is a square, but we might be feeling like we need to take some action with. So that's the sort of energy of the day. It could be over, under, extreme there with that Mars, but conscious awareness really is the balancing point to all of this. And like I said, with Mercury, a willingness to learn. All right, so within that, the moon is actually forming some nice aspects, trending up to Mercury, which is good. Again, in the gibbous phase, there might be some support there with the maybe insights or something like that on a minor note. The moon will be squaring up to Uranus, however, so if you're feeling a bit like breaking free or making some sudden changes or doing some sudden things, a bit of that high frequency energy, again, awareness can help balance that out, and taking things one step at a time, just like that Mars energy. Now, as we go through the rest of the day, the moon will be trending up to Jupiter, again supporting us that we have this philosophical worldview, because with Sagittarius, we can see the possibilities, we can see the potentials in these transformational times. And so it's good to have the moon here, especially trending up to Jupiter, could be helping us see the upside, the potentials to these things in our life, just in general, whether they're challenging or not, and giving us a bit of adventurousness as well. Now, the moon shifting into Capricorn in the evening time, I want to mention, I think it'll be good, especially going into tomorrow, to have that space and an awareness of the emotional body, to have that detachment there and emotional mastery. Right, so the more attention we have on the emotional side to life, on our concerns, then it's great for productive things. It's good for maturity, discipline, really taking the long road to matters. But today's certainly a bit more Sagittarius, with a bit of that slow and steady approach, which could be very healthy. But the strongest energy will be this Mercury retrograde over the sun, this energy really coming through at the moment. But in the retrograde, it's very important we bring extra attention on matters, what we say, what we do, the daily routine, and particularly with what we want, which is the square up to Mars. Those personal desires can be very strong collectively, and so with that awareness, it can create balance and we can get things done in a healthy way. All right, so I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.